Close your eyes and imagine a place where time seems to follow the rhythm of a waltz. This is Austria. From the grand coffee houses of Vienna, where world-altering ideas were born over a single espresso, to the silent emerald valleys of the Tyrol, where the air is so pure it feels like a secret. Today, we aren't just visiting a country, we are stepping into a masterpiece. Welcome to the heart of Europe. Welcome to Austria. We begin our journey in Vienna, a city that consistently ranks as the most livable in the world. For over 600 years, the Habsburg dynasty ruled from here, shaping not just Austria, but the entire map of Europe. As you walk down the Ringstrasse, the grand circular boulevard, you are surrounded by architectural giants, the State Opera, the Parliament, and the City Hall. Each stone tells a story of power, art, and an obsession with beauty. Let's slow down and step into a place where time is ignored. The Viennese coffee house. In Vienna, a cafe is not a place to grab a quick drink. It is your extended living room. Since the late 17th century, these institutions have been the meeting points for thinkers like Sigmund Freud and Leon Trotsky. You order one Melange, a classic Viennese coffee with steamed milk, and you have the right to sit for hours. It is the art of Gemütlichkeit, a word that describes a unique Austrian sense of coziness and well-being. A short tram ride brings us to the crown jewel, Schönbrunn Palace. This was the summer residence of the emperors. With its deep yellow facade, known as Schönbrunn Yellow, it stands as a rival to Versailles. There are over 1,400 rooms here. Perhaps the most famous resident was Empress Elizabeth, affectionately known as Sissy. Her beauty and tragic life have become a legend that still haunts these gardens. But Vienna is also the capital of music. More famous composers have lived here than in any other city in the world. Mozart, Beethoven, Strauss, and Brahms all called Vienna home. The city hosts over 400 balls every year. The tradition of the Viennese waltz is alive and well. If you listen closely at night, near the Musikverein, you can almost hear the ghost of a symphony carried on the wind. Leaving the capital, we follow the Danube River west into the Wachau Valley. This is a land of steep vineyards and medieval ruins. High above the river sits Melk Abbey, a yellow-gold Benedictine monastery that looks more like a palace than a place of worship. Its library contains thousands of ancient manuscripts, preserved for centuries by monks who dedicated their lives to knowledge. Continuing west, we reach Salzburg, pores framed by the Alps and divided by the Salzach River. Salzburg is often called the Rome of the North. The city's silhouette is dominated by the Hohensalzburg fortress. Built in 1077, it is one of the largest and best preserved medieval castles in Europe. It has never been taken by force, a silent guardian over the city of salt. Salzburg is synonymous with two things: Wolfgang, Amadeus, Mozart, and the sound of music. You can visit the very house where Mozart was born in 1756. Just across the river, the Mirabelle Gardens offer a floral paradise where the Doremi song was filmed. But beyond the movies, Salzburg is a place of deep spiritual quiet. Its Baroque churches and narrow cobblestone alleys, like the Getredegasse, invite you to lose yourself in the 18th century. We move deeper into the mountains, into the region of Salzkammergut, the Lake District. There are over 70 lakes here, each with its own character. Lake Wolfgangsee, Lake Attersee, and the mysterious Lake Tronsee. But one village stands above all others in the global imagination. Hallstatt is tucked so tightly between the mountains and the water that some houses can only be reached by boat or via narrow paths. It is so beautiful that a full-scale replica was built in China. But Hallstatt's beauty is built on salt. For 7,000 years, humans have mined white gold from the mountains above the village. Walking through Hallstatt feels like walking through a fairy tale, but it is a living community. The wooden balconies are overflowing with geraniums, and the church bells echo across the water. Take a moment to sit by the lake. Watch the swans glide through the reflection of the Alpine peaks. In this place, the rush of the modern world feels thousands of miles away. Now, the terrain rises. We enter Tyrol. This is the rugged heart of Austria. Here, the culture is defined by the vertical world. We begin in Innsbruck, the only major city in the world where you can go from a medieval city center to a mountain peak at 2,000 meters in just 20 minutes. The golden roof, adorned with over 2,000 fire-gilded copper tiles, marks the center of the old town, but the real star is the Nordkette mountain range that towers over the streets. For those who seek the true wild, we drive the Grossglockner High Alpine Road. This is more than a road. It is an engineering marvel. It winds through 36 hairpin bends, climbing into the realm of eternal ice. At the top, you face the Grossglockner, Austria's highest peak at 3,798 meters. Below it lies the Pasters Glacier. As the glacier melts due to a changing climate, it reminds us of the fragility of this magnificent landscape. The air here is thin, cold, and incredibly silent. Our journey through Austria comes to an end, but the feeling of this land remains. Austria is a country that knows how to preserve its past without being trapped by it. It is a place where you can spend the morning in a world-class museum and the afternoon on a silent mountain ridge. It is the land of the Lebensgefühl, the joy of living. Whether it's the taste of a fresh Sachertorte, the sound of a distant cowbell in a meadow, or the awe of standing before a glacier, Austria invites you to breathe. It reminds us that beauty is not an ornament, but a necessity for the soul. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Until our paths cross again in the heart of the Alps. Goodbye.